fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth one, in my case at least, it's completely useless to play the harp. How do the other 4 collaborate together playing the harp? Let's go and see it. After numerous attempts, here you go, finally my video about fingerings. I had such a hard time because for me fingerings is like talking about the universe. Where do you start? In this video, I try to be as clear as possible, as Chiara as possible. I really hope it can help you. Mastering fingerings take years and years and years to develop, but it's such a fascinating problems. It's such a fascinating progress, so you always learn something new and you'll improve over time. Sadly, I see a lot of bad fingerings in masterclasses or even in books, in arrangements that you buy made by harpists for harpists. Fingerings are there at the service of music. It's not what feels more comfortable. I totally get it that for a lot of people, fingerings is something that's, it's so hard to choose which fingers. I mean, we have 8 fingers to choose from. Each case should be seen separately, but when it's not possible, here you go. Hopefully my video will help you. The first thing I want to say is that everything is connected. So everything has to make sense. The whole piece from beginning to end, fingerings must work smoothly. Look what comes before and afterwards. Always connect each part, each block. Now, as I mentioned, the topic is so vast that I was lost. I was like, how can I do a video about fingerings? There is so much to say. So I decided to divide the videos by topic, and let's start with the first one. Chords. Usually it's very easy. You have either 4 fingers or 3 fingers. Sometimes though, it's quite handy to know that you can play also 2, 3, and 4 to have the thumb free. Especially if you have to jump, it's easier to have it free to reach immediately the top note. This, it's easier than this. A really good trick is to anchor. Great example here in Ravel. And exactly there, because of the fact that it's very, very fast, I don't want to play just the octave and then the chord, but I anchor my 1st and 4th finger, already having the 2nd and 3rd in this octave. So I'm ready to play very quickly from here to there. This is risky, but if you anchor, then note. Yeah, so much better. I mean it. Second big topic, of course, scales. Here it's very important to see what comes before and afterwards. Let's say I have this scale. And then a chord here. I don't want to arrive with this finger here because again, it's hard for me to do a jump like this. I want to arrive with this finger or even that finger. So I start from the end and I see which finger is more comfortable. Even this one. It fits the purpose best to arrive with the 3rd finger. Then I adjust the whole scale accordingly. I do 2, 4, and then again 4, 3. And then I'm ready to jump. A really good trick is to start from the end. Now, big topic. Staccato and legato. Sometimes for music purposes, I really use an uncomfortable fingerings to have this staccato feeling. For example, in this piece. Scherzetto by Ibert. Or else it does change enormously. As for the legato, I'm going to do another video just on this topic, again with some examples and some tricks that I found out it's really useful. Sometimes it's a clever idea to use an harmonics to help your fingerings to feel more comfortable, especially in very fast passages or for sound purposes, because we all know that a G flat sounds much more full and rich than an F sharp, just because the string is free and not captured structured. An example for that is Waldieu Concerto for Harp and Orchestra. Here in the rondo, I use a B sharp in order to help me with the repeated note. So if I play CC, it's okay, but it's a bit hard, like this. It's much easier. Now you could argue about the style, but in this case I use it because it's such a small little thing in the middle of the whole concerto and it doesn't disturb me as much as it would in a solo piece. It's so fast that you barely notice, I found. The last point is help. Get help. From who? From your other hand. Left hand is actually your big help. Use it as much as you can. And for that we stay here in Waldieu rondo. Here I take this B with the left. It helps. So easy. I love you, left hand. Here you go, that's it. I'm sure I left out a million things and the topic is so big that let me know your experience with fingerings. If you need help with your pieces, remember that I have a Patreon page so you can have some deals with that. And also if you like the video, please subscribe and like it. Bye, I'll see you in my next video. Ciao. Thank you for subscribing and like. Thank you to my Patreon. Thank you to my Patreon. It's much more comfortable and it's much more comfortable for what? And it's much more comfortable what? And it's much more comfortable for what comes afterwards.